Here are the 9 celebrities preparing for today's show. Only one of them can win up to £50,000 for a charity of their choice. The others will leave with nothing as one by one they're voted off as the weakest link.
Welcome to a special edition of The Weakest Link. The 9 people in the studio tonight are rappers, rockers and pop stars. What are they doing on television's toughest quiz? Search me. Anyway, they could win up to £50,000 for charity, and if they want that prize money, our contestants will have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
Hi, my name's Kenzie, formerly in a band called Blazing Squad. Now I'm in a band called Friday Hill.
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm a grumpy old man and I occasionally plonk the piano.
Hi, I'm Kelly and I'm from Liberty X.
Hi, I'm Dan Hipgrave, formerly guitarist of Top Loader, now working on TV and radio projects.
Hi, I'm J-Rock, formerly from Big Brothers, but I've got new material coming out next year, so look out for me, baby. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Anthony Wilson. I'm one of the founders of a company called Factory Records, who built a small venue in Manchester called the Hacienda, which acquired a reputation.
Hi, I'm Kim Mazel, recently seen on Celebrity Fit Club. I'm one of the lead singers from Chicago, from Soul to Soul. I am also currently working with an urban blues band.
Hi, I'm Eggsy from the band GLC, and I want to reform Blazing Squad.
Hi, I'm Fish, the only singing, talking and dancing one in the world.
Now, the rules in each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £5,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money's safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, team, at the end of the round, only money that's been banked can be taken forward. In round 1, there are 3 minutes on the clock. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Anthony. Let's play The Weakest Link. The first question is for £100. Start the clock. Anthony, in pop music, a performer who is unable to replicate an initial chart success is known as a one-hit what?
Wonder.
Correct. Kim. Approximately 90% of the population of the world write with which hand?
Right.
Correct. Eggsy. In fashion, knickers and bras are words for undergarments intended to be worn by members of which sex?
Female.
Correct. Fish. What Z is the usual term for a place where wild animals are kept in captivity?
Zoo.
Correct. Kenzie. In literature, what was the first name of the Elizabethan playwright with the surname Shakespeare?
William.
Correct. Rick. In the media, the plural term paparazzi refers to people who pursue celebrities in order to obtain what? Photographs or autographs?
Photographs.
Correct. Kelly. In spelling, the words rocker, rebel and rehab all begin with which letter of the alphabet?
R.
Correct.
Bank.
Dan. In tourist attractions, the Eiffel Tower is a well-known landmark in which European city?
Paris.
Correct. J-Rock. In cookery, what E is the name of the basic foodstuff that consists of a yolk, a white and a shell?
Egg.
Correct. Anthony. Someone who is clumsy on the dance floor is said to have 2 left what?
Feet.
Correct. Kim. The 2005 album, comprised mainly of hit singles by Destiny's Child, is entitled what? Number 1s or number 2s?
Number 1s.
Correct. Eggsy. At concerts, the 3-word phrase that is sometimes printed on backstage passes is access or what?
Areas.
Correct. Fish.
Bank.
In precious stones, an emerald is what colour of the rainbow?
Green.
Correct. Kenzie. What G follows bass, rhythm and lead to make the names of 3 instruments often played in a rock group?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
If I have to. What G follows bass, rhythm and lead to make the names of 3...
Guitar.
Correct. Rick. In science, life on Earth is sustained by the heat and light from which star in the solar system?
The sun.
Correct. Kelly.
Bank.
OK. What kept you? You've reached and banked your £5,000 target. It took you ages. You had a chain of 15 correct answers. Which Pop-Tart already deserves to be toast? Who's gone double platinum in the stupid charts? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In an impressive first round, the strongest link is Fish. The weakest link statistically is J-Rock. But who will the players vote off at this early stage of the game?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Dan.
Kenzie.
Completely undeserved. I'm so sorry. Eggsy.
Anthony, sorry.
Dan. Absolutely sorry.
Dan.
Fish. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Anthony.
Rick.
So, J-Rock,
Good evening, Anne.
can you jump off your podium?
All the way off. Thanks.
I didn't know you could be that small and be a male rapper.
Definitely. That's why my name is Rock, because I'm hard.
But you're very attractive, aren't you?
Thank you. So are you, might I add. In your leather outfit. Feeling that.
Is there a Mrs. Rock at home?
There's a few Mrs. Rocks about, you get me? What can I say?
Do you think that I could manage as a rapper?
Yeah, you need to be on my next video in that outfit, actually.
Do you think?
Yeah. Shaking it up.
And what sort of name would suit me, do you think?
Foxy Brown.
Oh, that's very nice. Why Dan? Or is it Dan sorry?
Well, I'm sorry to Dan because I do like him, I love him to death. Like, we just met today and we get along. But there was a premature banking going on.
A premature what, love?
Bank.
So, Anthony,
Yes, Anne?
when did it become Anthony?
I was Tony Wilson from the age of 18, but before that I was Anthony, and then I wanted to change it back again.
Fascinating. And what are you doing these days?
I was recently described on Radio 4 as a cultural entrepreneur.
Yeah. But what are you doing these days?
I still work in music. I have a group.
So you're not busy?
My life is full. I'm a portfolio worker, which means I've got 43 jobs.
OK. So you call yourself Anthony.
Yes.
I remember you as Tony.
Yes.
But what do you think people mostly call you? And remember, this is going out early.
The word begins with a W and ends with an R and has, I think, 6 letters.
Why, Dan?
Very sad about this. I like Dan enormously, but the one person who made a mistake, presumably, was Dan, because he banked just before we got to the 5,000.
Well, that's very clever.
Thank you, Mum.
Is Kenzie short for Kenneth?
No, short for Mackenzie. It's my second name, so it's kind of a street term.
Where'd you come from?
Chingford/Walthamstow.
So why are you talking like someone who comes from the Bronx?
No, this is East. Have you been to East London?
And you're only young, aren't you?
I'm 19. Yeah.
19. So are you dating yet?
I don't believe in sex before marriage.
Who was that orange one you were going out with?
The tango woman. Yeah, no. Jodie.
Jodie?
Yeah.
Take me through it, Kenzie. How did you pull her?
Right, I suppose I was just in a nightclub because I'm just about allowed to get in now.
Yeah.
I got told she wanted to talk to me, so I did a few sambucas, got the confidence up, and it kind of all went from there. We still see each other now and then, so,
And not much of a revelation, really, Jodie, was she?
I just think life's a learning curve,
I mean,
you know?
we'd all seen her boobs, hadn't we?
Yeah, but as an 18-year-old boy, you've got to understand where I'm coming from. You know?
Why, Dan?
Just the first person I made eye contact with, sorry.
So, Dan, did you leave your brains at home?
Yeah, I had a friend that said to me, just bank. So I just banked and I thought, well, more money for charity, you know what I mean? That's what I was thinking, but...
Why don't you speak like Ali G?
Probably because I'm a rock musician and we speak properly, maybe, I don't know.
Dan, you are the weakest link. Bye.
I'm glad I didn't get to chat to Anne. I thought she was going to... I was looking with a quick natter with her, you know, because I stayed awake all last night thinking of all the horrible things she could say to me, getting my answers ready, but that's OK. At least that's maybe the saving grace. If I'd have stayed on, I might have got, like, cussed down, so...
Round 2, And in the bank, £5,000. 10 seconds off your time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Fish. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Fish, at the 1996 Brit Awards, which singer invaded the stage and wriggled his bottom in protest at the performance of Michael Jackson?
Jarvis Cocker.
Correct. Kenzie, the phrase "you are here" is more likely to be found on what, a street map or a wedding photo?
A street map.
Correct. Rick, in the UK national anthem, what is the second word?
Save.
Correct. Kelly. In pop music, the singer born William John Paul Gallagher in 1972 is better known by what shortened first name?
Liam.
Well done! J-Rock. In history, what W follows Berlin and Hadrian's to give the names of two well-known structures?
West.
Wall.
Sorry?
Wall.
Damn.
Anthony, the 2005 single You Raise Me Up was the 13th UK #1 for which Irish group?
Westlife.
Correct. Kim. In romance, an eternal triangle is defined as an amorous relationship involving how many people?
3.
Correct. Eggsy. Look this way. In geography, which vast Asian mountain system features some of the highest peaks in the world, including Everest and K2?
Himalayas.
Correct. Fish. Before he became famous, which singer was a drug dealer and survived being shot 9 times? Cliff Richard or 50 Cent?
50 Cent.
Correct. Kenzie, in takeaway food, which fish with a 3-letter name is often served with chips?
Cod.
Correct. Rick, in money, a major source of government revenue that is levied on personal earnings is known by the 2-word phrase income what?
Tax.
Correct. Kelly.
Bank.
The pop group consisting of Kenzie and 2 other former members of Blazing Squad takes part of its name from which day of the week?
Friday.
Correct. J-Rock. In US politics, in 2003, which Hollywood star was elected governor of California?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct. Anthony. In music, what C is another term for a refrain that is repeated between the verses of a song?
Chorus.
Correct. Kim. In maths, what is 41 multiplied by 2?
80.
Even 82, Kim.
Oh, see how...
Eggsy. In August 2000, Top Loader became the last British group to perform at which stadium before it was closed for rebuilding?
Wembley Stadium.
Correct. Fish. The TV comedy series Little Britain stars the writing and performing partners David Walliams and Matt who?
No.
Lucas. Kenzie, according to the old joke, the supermodel stared at a carton of orange juice because it had which word on it, concentrate or ingredients?
Concentrate.
Correct. Rick, in UK politics, what's the name of the MP who in November 2005 resigned from the cabinet for a second time?
Blunkett.
Correct.
Bank.
Kelly, in expressions of... Time's up, and you know, disappointingly, you only banked £2,500. And I say disappointingly because, again, you had a chain of 9 correct answers. Who thinks Iron Maiden invented girl power? Who doesn't know their Fab 4 from their G4? It's time to vote on the weakest link.
For the second round in a row, J-Rock is the weakest link. Rick is statistically the strongest link. But how will the votes go?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Kim.
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 Oh, God.
Kim.
Eggsy.
J-Rock.
J-Rock.
Kim.
So, Rick, are you in a boy band? Do you still think of yourself as a bit of a rocker?
No, it's got a bit sad, really. I've stopped drinking. I don't smoke anymore. I've stopped getting married, and I play golf and eat shepherd's pie, really. It's not...
Now, tell me, do you think you and I could be in a band together?
No doubt about it, yeah.
It wouldn't matter I couldn't sing, would it?
No, we can,
No.
It doesn't matter. You look so great. You see, we could be a nice duo. Alcock and Brown. Can I be Brown?
I do the joke.
Sorry.
Why, Kim?
Well, sorry, Kim, but my maths is appalling, but even I worked that one out. 2 41s.
Oh, they said 241s.
Be quiet.
Oh, sorry.
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm doing okay, thank you, Anne.
The band doing well?
Yeah, pretty good at the moment.
Do you live a rocker's life?
Not at all. I actually watched The Weakest Link of an evening.
Is that why you'd hardly heard of Liam Gallagher?
Yeah.
Just hop off your podium a minute. Now, what's with getting all covered up on the top? Shouldn't you be a bit more raunchy?
I heard you were going to be wearing leather today, so I thought I'd let you, you know, take the limelight.
I think what I would say, though, I'd lose the Pat Butcher earrings, perhaps.
Oh, really? I like the hoops.
Do you? OK, hop back on again. Why Kim?
Just 'cause...
She sings soul better than you do.
Yeah.
You're going to sing something for us?
You're going to make me, aren't you?
Yeah.
When you love someone, it's natural, not demanding. That's one thing I'm proud to say I found in you. I'm so glad we reached an understanding. Now I know my heart is safe with you.
So, Fish, you're not really a rock star, are you?
I am, actually.
You're a roadie.
Damn, double that already.
Did you have any hair ever?
Yeah, I had hair. I grew too big for it.
Is your real name Fish?
No.
What's your real name?
Derek, Willie, Dick. Try someone I've not heard before.
Is there a Mrs. Fish?
No.
No. Mind you, I think I'd rather be Mrs. Rock than Mrs. Fish.
No, I'd be Mrs. Dick.
Why Kim?
Because Kim voted for me for no apparent reason in the last one. That's why you copped it.
Kim, never cross a Glaswegian.
I noticed.
And I'm from Edinburgh.
Even a Glaswegian from Edinburgh.
I learned a lesson.
Yeah, and you also now know what twice 41 is.
No, but I thought you said twice 40. I really did. It's your accent. See? It's definitely your accent. I mean, you got it going on in the suit, but your speech.
OK, what are you going to sing for us?
What's the sense in sharing this one and only life? Ending up just another lost and lonely wife. You count up the years, and they will be filled with tears. Straight to the chorus. Oh, young hearts, run free. Never be hung up like my man and me. My man and me, yeah.
Despite that, Kim, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It was good to have a little chat with Anne. I think she's a very strong woman. I didn't realize she had such a great figure. And people don't know that. She's got really good shape. But I had great fun on The Weakest Link. It's a great show. She's a good lady, so call me back.
Round 3, and you have £7,500. You're down to 7 players. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Grandad. Let's play The Weakest Link. Start the clock. Rick, in the language of fear, the name of which bodily fluid precedes curdling to make a term meaning terrifying?
Blood.
Correct. Kelly. In any particular field, someone described as a charlatan is considered to be what, a fraud or an expert?
A fraud.
Correct. J-Rock. In pop music, Madonna had a UK #1 album in 2005 entitled What on a Dance Floor?
Pass, pass.
Confessions. Anthony, in weather, the term smog is a combination of fog and which other word?
Repeat the question, please, Anne.
In weather, the term smog is a combination of fog and which other word?
Pass.
Smoke. Eggsy, in the Gregorian calendar, there are how many days in a leap year?
366.
Correct. Fish. In popular culture, what J is the first name shared by celebrity models with the surnames Kidd and Marsh?
Jodie.
Correct. Kenzie, in the words of the 2004 UK hit single, You Knows I Loves You by Goldie Looking Chain, without you and my chain, I'm the weakest what?
Link.
Correct! Rick,
Bang.
In toys, which figure based on the American G.I. Joe was launched in the UK in the 1960s and was famous for its gripping hands?
Action Man.
Correct, Kelly. In the 2006 edition of Debrett's People of Today, who is the only former member of the Spice Girls to retain an entry?
Jerry Halliwell.
Victoria Beckham. J-Rock, a universally recognised symbol of peace, depicts a dove holding a branch from which tree?
Olive leaf.
I'll accept. Anthony. The lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen feature the name of which scientist, Einstein or Galileo?
Galileo.
Correct, Eggsy. According to a 2005 survey by a UK charity, over a third of children aged 8 to 14 do not know that chips are made from which vegetables?
Potatoes.
Correct, fish. In conversation, innuendo is often implied by adding the phrase, as the actress said to the what?
Bishop.
Correct, Kenzie.
Bang.
In informal speech, what O is the word used to represent the grunting noise made by a pig?
Boink.
Correct, Rick. Originally a 1982 UK hit single for Shalamar, what was the title of the official 2005 Children in Need single by Liberty X?
Pass.
Night to Remember. You knew that, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Kelly, in maths, what is 1/4 of 24?
6.
Correct, J-Rock. Between you, on that round, you put in the kitty just £1,500. So, who's the artist formerly known as Thick? Who needs to get the funk out of here? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Kenzie is the strongest link as he banked the most money for the team. J-Rock remains the weakest link, but can he survive the vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
J-Rock.
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 Anthony.
J-Rock.
Anthony.
Anthony.
So, Kenneth,
Yes.
the band you were in, Blazing Saddles, was it?
Blazing Squad, yeah.
But let me guess, without a G on the end.
Yeah, and a little... Actually, I don't know what they're called.
Okay. And how many were you?
There was 10 of us, yeah.
Yeah? Why'd you say yeah?
Because it's my culture.
OK, there were 10 of you in Blazing
There was 10 of us in Blazing Squad, yeah.
What were they called, yeah?
Freak.
Yeah.
Spiky.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I
Mellow.
bet that was with a K, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mellow. Yeah.
Yeah. And where's Crazy now with a K?
Crazy's gone off to do his own solo project. We're all still good mates,
What do you mean he's gone off to do his own what?
Solo project.
Solo project?
That's like a singer
What,
on
he's
his own.
working in Tesco or something? Why J-Rock?
Just because got 2 questions wrong, yeah?
Yeah. Anthony?
Yes, Mum?
Why do you keep looking at Kelly?
I don't keep looking at Kelly, I keep looking at Rick.
I mean, why don't you leave Manchester and just get a nice flat in Chelsea?
These people here, you see, it's called the music business, and it would be rather pointless if you were a farmer moving from fertile fields to arid plains.
But you haven't got a job in Manchester.
I have lots of jobs that I can do from Manchester, and also...
Why J-Rock?
Yes, because poor boy, he got one question wrong and he missed a bank.
Few people wanted you out, didn't they?
Well, I think it's the nations, the Welsh and the Scottish, are ganging up on me because I come from the regions.
So J-Rock?
Yes.
And the band's called what? Big
Big
Brothers?
Brothers, yeah.
And I bet that's not spelt conventionally, is it?
No, Brothers is spelled B-R-O-V-A-Z. Brixton style, you get me?
J-Rock, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Basically, I thought Anne Robinson was extra sexy for her age, like, and in particular, she came out wearing a black leather outfit, and it was all fitting and very revealing. Yeah, she's got a new fan in J-Rock, definitely. Yeah, I'm feeling Anne Robinson.
Round 4 and you're up to £9,000. You're down to 6 players, another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. Astonishingly, that's Kenzie. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Kenzie, in 2005, the newspaper headline, "A Glorious End to England's Summer," referred to the recapture of which sporting
Ashes
event?
cricket.
Correct. Rick, in 1980s music, which punctuation symbol follows the word wham in the name of the duo comprising George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley?
Comma.
An exclamation mark.
Exclamation, sorry, thank you.
Kelly, drivers of which form of transport stereotypically boast that they once had such and such a celebrity in the back of their vehicle?
A taxi.
I'll accept. Anthony, in pop music, since the formation of Roxy Music in the early 1970s, who's been the lead vocalist of the group?
Brian Ferry.
Correct. Eggsy, in a domestic hi-fi system, a loudspeaker that's used to reproduce low frequencies is called a what? Barker or woofer?
Woofer.
Correct. Fish. Which Oscar-winning actor sings in the style of Ray Charles on the 2005 UK hit single Gold Digger by Kanye West?
Will Smith.
Jamie Foxx. Kenzie, in US TV, who presented the talk show with episodes entitled My Sister Stole My Husband, I Stripped With My Family and My Boyfriend Is a Girl?
David Letterman.
Jerry Springer. Rick, in the UK in 2005, the minimum wage for adults over 22 exceeded how many pounds per hour for the first time?
5.
Correct, Kelly. In fast food, what H is the usual name for the meat product often described in restaurants as a quarter pounder?
Hamburger.
Correct, Anthony. In the 2005 Queen's Birthday Honours, which former singer with Ultravox was awarded an OBE for both his music and charity work?
Midjour.
Correct, Eggsy. One sold by door-to-door salesman. That's far too late.
All right.
What was that?
All right.
Aye. One sold by door-to-door salesman, the reference book in several volumes, originally published in Edinburgh in 1768. It's called Encyclopedia what?
Britannica.
Correct. Fish. In language, which single word means both a female goat and a children's nurse?
Nanny.
Correct. Kenzie. In pop music, Franz Ferdinand had a 2005 UK #1 album entitled You Could Have It So Much What?
Better.
Correct. Rick. In cinema, what Z is the term for the supernatural creatures featured in the films Resident Evil, 28 Days Later and Day of the Dead?
Not a clue.
Zombie. Kelly. In geography, Pearl Harbor is in which US state?
Washington.
Hawaii. Anthony. The singers Daniel and Natasha... Time's up. I can't complete the question. And you only won £1,000. Whose fault was that? Who's a thriller and who's bad? Who's been listening to Park Life and who's been listening to Pond Life? It's time to vote off. It's the weakest link.
With the most incorrect answers, the weakest link is Rick. The strongest link is Eggsy. But will the votes reflect the statistics?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Rick.
Fish.
Rick.
Rick.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Kelly? Why Rick?
It's because he got a couple of questions wrong, I think. 2 questions wrong, and I wanted to bank. And because he didn't know that Liberty X question earlier.
So, Kenzie?
Yes.
How do you feel about the nations and the regions? Do you think the voting's going that way? Yeah?
What voting?
Why Rick?
I just got 2 questions wrong, I suppose. No other reason.
Grandad, didn't they have exclamation marks in your day?
I got semi-brain dead for a moment. Can I go home now?
Rick, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
The whale question was stupid. I actually wasn't listening. I was just thinking, this is great, I'm on the weakest link. Pardon? And she said something about a punctuation mark. So I said, comma.
Round 5, and you're up to £10,000. There are 5 of you left. Kenneth, Kelly, Fish, Eggsy, and Anthony, who will very probably still be here talking when the rest of us have gone home. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start the strongest link from the last round. That's Eggsy. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Eggsy, in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, show business celebrities are honoured by bronze plaques of which shape embedded in the pavement?
Stars.
Correct. Fish. In TV, the spin-off programme first shown in 2001 that accompanies the Channel 4 reality series is called Big Brother's Little What?
Pass.
Brother. Kenzie, in pop music, what's the 3-letter nickname of Mark Berry, who was the dancer with the group Happy Mondays?
Bez.
Correct. Kelly. In literature, what A is the specific word used to describe a biography that's been approved by the subject?
Autobiography.
Authorised. Anthony, on which 1975 UK #1 single by David Bowie about an astronaut did Rick Wakeman play keyboards?
Ground Control to Major Tom.
Space Oddity. Eggsy. In traditional playground japes, one child often gives another a pinch and a punch for the first day of the what?
A month.
Correct. Fish. In tennis, during the Wimbledon Championships, the superstitious Bjorn Borg never used to do what? Shave or wash?
Shave.
Correct. Kenzie. Which female singer had UK hit singles as a solo artist in the 1980s with Upside Down and Chain Reaction?
I want boom.
No, Diana Ross. Kelly. In expressions, a person who rises from poverty and achieves great wealth is said to go from what to riches?
Rags.
Correct. Anthony. In the flavours of soups, what B is the name of the vegetable that is commonly combined with blue Stilton?
Repeat the question, please.
In the flavours of soups, what B is the name of the vegetable that is commonly combined with blue Stilton?
Broccoli.
Correct. Eggsy.
Bank.
In the books by Edgar Rice Burroughs, which character was brought up by an ape called Carla?
Tarzan.
Correct. Fish. In heavy metal music, which group formerly fronted by Ozzy Osbourne shares its name with
Black Sabbath.
Correct. Kenzie. In language, which two-letter colloquial term for a former husband or wife sounds exactly like the 24th letter of the alphabet?
X.
Correct. Kelly.
Bank.
In the Star Wars films, members of which hairy race of aliens tend to be taller? Ewoks or Wookiees?
Wookiees.
Correct. Didn't fancy banking?
No, I didn't.
Were somewhere else? Where were you?
I was actually thinking about the Wookiees, actually.
Were you? What were you thinking?
I was thinking how attractive they were, and I'd forgotten about them, and I was remembering them. I think it was the fact that Kelly...
Oh, shut up.
Sorry.
You banked £750. Who's now the dork on the wild side?
For the second round in a row, Eggsy is the strongest link. The weakest link statistically is Anthony. But will the team notice this?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Kelly, sorry.
Anthony.
Fish.
Kelly.
Kenzie.
Eggsy, what do you do?
I'm in a band.
A rock band?
No, karaoke with swearing is what you can sort of see it as. So you got a rap band?
Is it a Welsh rap band?
Yes.
So it's sort of Aled Jones in shell suits?
Yeah, probably. But it's all about living the dream.
What dream would that be?
Living on a bus, sweating with men, constantly every day of your life.
In Wales?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, around the world. Bradford, Leeds, the world.
Are you chewing gum?
No.
No, wait a minute. I'm not having people chewing gum.
I'm not.
Give me the gum. Give me the gum. What have you done with the gum?
It's in my back pocket.
Take it out of your back pocket.
Sorry. Put that on eBay, you get £4.
Rap in Welsh for me.
Heno yr Esbedrec, dim sglodion. Esbedrec, sgorio.
Fantastic.
Didn't even rhyme.
Is there a Mrs. Eggsy?
There's a couple.
Not situation vacant.
It depends how drunk I am and where I am at the time, and you know.
Why, Kelly?
I do like you, Kelly.
I like you too.
Thanks. But it's just the nature of the beast.
No chance there.
It's the nature of... No. I'm giving up on that. That's how I do it.
Sir Kenzie.
4 times.
Are you boasting?
Yeah, I can hold my own.
Sorry? Why, Kelly?
I think she got 2 questions wrong, but it was so long ago, I can't even remember.
Kelly, you are the weakest link. Bye.
I think the rest of the Protects are going to be pretty proud of me today. I held my own, but they will love the comment when Anne said my earrings were like Pat Butcher's. They're going to love that. They're going to take the mickey for ages.
Round 6, and you're up to £10,750. You're down to 4 players. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Eggsy. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Eggsy in sport in 2005. Which British footballer was voted the World Young Player of the Year by his fellow professionals?
Wayne Rooney.
Correct. Fish. In pop music, Bryan Adams, Alanis Morissette and Avril Lavigne were all born in which country?
Canada.
Correct. Kenzie, in the children's stories about Thomas the Tank Engine, the character of Sir Topham Hatt is better known as the Fat what?
Controller.
Correct, Anthony. In the song recorded by Brian Hyland in 1960, the size of the yellow polka dot bikini was estimated as teeny weeny and what else?
Itsy bitsy.
Correct, Eggsy. In cooking, what H is the general term for a plant used for flavouring such as sage, basil and rosemary?
Pass.
Herb. Fish. On their 1993 UK #1 single, Relight My Fire, Take That, were accompanied by which Scottish singer?
Lulu.
Correct. Kenzie, in maths, what is 88 divided by 8?
11.
Correct. Anthony, in cultural stereotypes, a British male is considered to be a real man only if he keeps which part of his body stiff, lower back or upper lip?
Upper lip.
Correct, Eggsy. The 2002 edition of the Oxford Dictionary of Rhyming Slang lists Britney Spears as rhyming slang for which word?
Beers.
Correct. Fish.
Bang.
What J is the name of the country where reggae music originated?
Jamaica.
Correct. Kenzie, in entertainment, what is the four-letter term for the facial disguise regularly worn by the characters Zorro, the Phantom of the Opera
Mars.
and Batman? Correct. Anthony, in TV in 2005, members of which veteran rock group appeared as themselves in several episodes of Coronation Street?
Pass.
Status quo. Eggsy. Oh, quite right. Ugh. Eggsy, in food and drink, a common pub name in the UK is the George and which mythical creature?
Dragon.
Correct. Fish. In theatre, which of these is the title of Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, North Atlantic or South Pacific?
South Pacific.
Correct. Kenzie, in the film 24-Hour Party People, Tony Wilson's vision of God described which singer with the line, his music's rubbish and he's a ginger?
Gingerbread Man.
Mick Hacknell.
Same thing.
Time's up and you banked £1,100. But is Eggsy now leaving a bad smell? Maybe it's the Hacienda Anthony. Or it could be yeah but no for Kenzie. Or perhaps you'd like to finger fish. It's time to vote off. The weakest link.
For the second round in a row, Anthony is the weakest link. The strongest link statistically is Fish, as he answered the most questions correctly. But whose game is over?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Anthony.
Kenzie.
Anthony.
Eggsy.
Eggsy,
Hiya.
I've never told anyone this before.
Oh, God.
I love the Welsh.
Yay! Give it up for Anne, she's amazing. I like you.
And is that your mother's necklace?
I got that from a joke shop for £1. Plastic, and it smells if you sweat. We did a gig last night. Don't get too close.
So why are you voting off Anthony?
Anthony is a bit of a hero for me, factory record, but he got a couple wrong.
Do you like hearing his thoughts?
I enjoy him, yeah.
Anthony, you don't have to say anything, OK? You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Eggsy deserves to win this. He's actually a very, very bright kid because he has been the best right the way through and better than me. That's annoying, but it's true. He's my new hero. I've got the Goldie-looking chain album, but I'll buy the next one, I promise.
Round 7, and you're up to £11,850. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Fish. Let's play. The weakest link. Start the clock. Fish, in pop music, which drummer joined The Who in 1964 and once famously claimed to have driven a car into a swimming pool at a party?
Keith Moon.
Correct. Kenzie. The late-night TV series in which a group of Welshmen perform an array of dangerous and painful stunts is entitled Dirty What?
Sanchez.
Correct. Eggsy. In pastimes, what P is a name for the activity of exploring underground caves?
Potholing.
Correct. Fish. The 2005 film in which Hogwarts School hosts a competition called the Tri-Wizard Tournament is Harry Potter and the Goblet of what?
Fire.
Correct. Kenzie. In entertainment, Ronnie Scott's club in Soho in London is best known as a venue for which type of music, classical or jazz?
Jazz.
Correct. Eggsy.
Bank.
In crime, which term for a plant stem also means to follow and pester someone obsessively?
Stalk.
Correct. Fish. In Australia, what B is an Aboriginal word for a pool of water in a dry stream that features in the lyrics of the song Waltzing Matilda?
Billabong.
Correct. Kenzie. In 1996, which TV cook became a director of Norwich City Football Club?
Delia Smith.
Correct. Eggsy. In language, in Scouse slang, the Busies is a name for which of the emergency services?
The police.
Correct. Fish.
Bang.
According to the Bible, after disobeying an order from God, Lot's wife was turned into a pillar of what, society or salt?
Salt.
Correct, Kenzie. At the 2005 show, marking 50 years of the Eurovision Song Contest, which winning entry of 1974 was voted as the best ever in its history?
Norway.
Waterloo. Eggsy. In pop music, the producer George Martin, the drummer Pete Best and the bass guitarist Stuart Sutcliffe have each been described as the fifth what?
Beatles.
Correct. Fish. In science, which term for a hereditary sequence of DNA sounds the same as a word for denim trousers?
Jeans.
Correct. Kenzie.
Bang.
In gymnastics, to help them grip the apparatus and to absorb perspiration, competitors are allowed to apply which powder to their hands?
Talcum.
Chalk. Time's up. You did very well. You managed to bank £2,750, but you actually had a chain of 10 correct answers, so you could have reached the target. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank. Before that, it's time to vote on the weakest link.
At this crucial stage of the game, Fish remains the strongest link. Statistically, Kenzie is the weakest link with the fewest correct answers. But who will lose out in the final vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Fish, sorry, pal.
Kenzie.
Kenzie, sorry, mate.
So Fish. Why Kenzie? Because he's good looking and young.
No, he is good looking now. She'll have a lot of celebrity kind of weakest links ahead of him. I'd see the way she looks here. You're definitely going to be on this programme again.
So it wasn't Rappers Unite in the end.
Sadly, no. He let a couple go, so sorry, Kens.
That's all right, mate. It happens.
He's a nice guy.
See, that's the thing with the Welsh. They're so fair. And they have that Eisteddfod. Kenzie, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Getting so close to the final, I was a little bit gutted, but then I thought because I kind of expected to go out in like quite the early stages, so I was quite pleased with myself really to get, you know, the bronze medal.
Round 8. You have in the kitty £14,600. There are 2 of you left in this round. There's 90 seconds, but whatever you win will be trebled. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Fish. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Fish, in the British Army, the Special Forces Regiment with headquarters at Credenhill near Hereford is known by which 3 initials?
SAS.
Correct, Eggsy. In animal sports, an activity once popular in the north of England involved putting which relative of the weasel down one's trousers?
Stoat.
Ferret. Fish. In UK TV, what is the full name of the presenter often known as Wassy because of his manner of speaking?
Don.
Jonathan Ross. Eggsy. In affection, which 3-letter word is an alternative term for a cuddle?
Hug.
Correct. Fish. In travel, the British end of the Channel Tunnel is in which English county?
Kent.
Correct. Eggsy. Which male pop singer has daughters named Fifi, Trixie Belle,
Bob
Peaches?
Geldof.
Correct. Fish. In fashion, which word that rhymes with snake precedes fur to make the usual term for a synthetic alternative to an animal coat?
Fake.
Correct. Eggsy.
Bang.
In a newsagent's, publications intended for adults that are kept out of the reach of children are referred to as what shelf magazines?
Top shelf.
You'd know that. Fish. In UK money, what is the name of the coin that is worth 1/100th of a pound?
Penny.
Correct. Eggsy.
Bank.
In TV, which US sitcom set in the 1950s had a theme tune that featured the lyrics Goodbye Grey Sky, Hello Blue?
Pass.
Happy Days. Fish. In music, in the UK, an album that has registered sales of 300,000 or more is
Platinum.
described... Correct. Eggsy. In history, the Great Fire of London in 1666 occurred how many years after the Battle of Hastings?
600 years. Does that work?
Well, that was correct, but it was out of time.
Oh.
Never mind. In that round, you managed to win between you £1,250, which will treble. And that means prize money tonight of £18,350, but only one of you can take it away. So now you'll play against each other, up to 5 questions each. If there's a tie, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. Therefore, Eggsy and Fish, for £18,350, let's play The Weakest Link. Fish, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
Yeah, I'll take first one.
Fish, part of the stage name of which American rapper born Calvin Broadus is a 5-letter word meaning to pry into the private business of others?
No. Go on, peek.
Correct answer is Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Eggsy. On a standard modern telephone keypad, what is the usual name in the UK for the symbol that most resembles a noughts and crosses grid?
Hash.
That is the correct answer. Fish. In the animal kingdom, which of the 7 deadly sins is also the name of a long-haired mammal noted for its unhurried pace?
Sloth.
That is the correct answer. Eggsy, the subject and title of a 1984 film, what is the name of the spoof rock group whose songs include Big Bottom, Sex Farm and Break Like the Wind?
I wanted to hear you say Sex Farm. It's Spinal Tap.
That is the correct answer. Fish, in 2005, after a televised audition process, the former Elvis impersonator Jason Dean Fortune became the lead singer with which Australian rock group?
INXS.
That is the correct answer. Eggsy, in advertising, the family of Johnny Cash refused permission in 2004 to use which of his songs on a TV commercial for an ointment to treat piles?
Ring of Fire.
That is the correct answer. Fish. In literature, the fictional characters Captain Hook, James Bond and Bertie Wooster all attended which public school?
Eton.
Eton is the correct answer. Eggsy, what's the full name of the US politician who topped the 2005 Forbes magazine list of the most powerful women in the world?
Madeleine Albright. Is that right? Is that right?
The correct answer is Condoleezza Rice. Fish. In film, Anthony Hopkins described the voice of which of his characters as a cross between Truman Capote, Katharine Hepburn, and Hal from 2001?
Hannibal Lecter.
That is the correct answer. Eggsy, released in 1977 and reputed to have sold over 25 million copies, Rumours was a hit album for which Anglo-American group?
I'm at a loss. I'll say Pink Floyd.
And you would be wrong. It's Fleetwood Mac. That means, Fish, you are tonight's strongest link, and you go away with £18,350. What are you going to do with the money?
Can I split it with Eggsy's one?
Of course you can. What's your charity?
It's Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland.
I got a motor neuron disease charity, the MND Association.
Well, that's very good, because you should leave with nothing, but you're leaving with half the money. Congratulations to both of you. You're quite generous for a Scot, really. Join us again for The Weakest Link. Goodbye.
I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised that I actually won. Because I know that the guys in the fan club and the company and stuff, they're all kind of going, like, you know, how long is he going to last? So I'm actually really, really chuffed up on it.
I'm generally used to coming second in life, you know, so doesn't make any difference to me.
Gotta have a laugh, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, have a laugh, you end up dead soon enough.
Yeah.